Good evening from Kirksville, Missouri. There we go. We're live. Got one out there and one like before uh, when I came back and sat down here. So that I just wanted to start out with Jefferson City, Missouri. Our state capital has no precautions. Being a red state, that Donnie won is there is not a concern over being attacked. We'll start out with page 5. Virginia man was arrested in D.C. Handgun and 500 rounds of ammunition and also shotgun shells. I didn't hear whether he had a shotgun, but he tried to enter the area with a non-government, unauthorized inauguration uh, credentials. Republicans in Congress and Senate must tell the truth that Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States and that they were wrong by trying to stop the certification of the 2020 election. Uh, Beware, folks. There is now vaccine scams going on, popping up, charging people for a vaccination that is free. Don't fall for it. Extra dry hands, been washing my hands every time I go out and come in. Even sometimes if I go to the front door to look out, because there are doorknobs. Let's start out with page 10 or page 1. The big lie, the stolen election and disinformation from anti-government groups, white supremacy, neo-Nazis. All this will not go away because of a change of administration. We should be on a national alert for some time after the inauguration. The one who planned, assembled, and egged them on will be leaving the people's house at 12 noon. But first, Diaper Don wants a send off like he's a dictator leaving. Red carpet, the ceremony, a flyover, and a 21 gun salute. About what? He led and incited an insurrection. He wants making leaving all about him. What Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner are worried about is the Trump brand. So remember that she had a tweet out there saying American patriots should go home and be peaceful. And then she deleted that, but it got captured. American patriots, my butt. They're trying to overthrow our country, but they're American patriots, more like Confederates. Don Lemon showed Ivanka's now deleted, starting with the words American patriots. Okay, I already did that. If anyone deserves the Medal of Freedom, that would be Eugene Goodman, which basically he saved Mike Pence's life. That is an American hero. The black officer led the mob away from the Senate and only 100 feet from where Pence was at the time. And those that know Donnie, like Scaramucci, said we should remain on red alert during the next 4 days. Senator, Senator, oh boy, Senator Langford appeals to black constituents after sowing doubts about the election results. Really, what kind of stupid do you have to be not to realize how racist that was? And in fact, it was the white suburbs that really won for Joe Biden. But he didn't realize it was racist to be putting down that, blacks can't be trusted to vote. And Joe Biden, Dr. David Kessler, I believe he's the COVID, kind of like the COVID science chief, will be heading up mass vaccinations with the National Guard. They also will be hiring people to help out, doctors and nurses, so that the vaccinations, and I'm hoping it's more than 1 million a day in the first 100 days. Diapers Don's approval rating, speaking of which, is last fucking weekend. Diaper Don's approval rating is 29% as his regime comes to an end. From Showtime, The Circus, interviews with Trump supporters. The insurgents were anti-Tifa at the Capitol. And that, I asked, how stupid can you be? Have you seen any anti-Tifa being locked up? They all turn out being white nationalist groups, anti-government. That's not anti-Tifa. Republicans, 45% believe the election was stolen. Bullshit. The big lie has been sold to them from the beginning. Remember, Hillary won by 2 million popular vote, then Donnie, and it was, to him, it was a voter fraud. He started a commission that couldn't find any voter fraud, so it was disbanded. Holy shit. You can't make this shit up. Donnie's regime didn't have a reserve of vaccines to the state. We found out yesterday they lied about that too. Then Alex Azar resigned his job. He will stay till the inauguration, but he resigned. I saw something about, he tweeted that he didn't like the way Donnie had responded, I guess, to the vaccine or inciting people. Who knows? And again, with the vaccine, they had no national plan. 200,000 more infections yesterday and deaths rising every day. Dear leaders' regime had another they had another problem. See, they turned it over to the states and blamed it on them, but they had no national plan, and they failed the last inch of the last mile. Diaper Don hides in the White House, seeing people like Steve Bannon and Mike Lindell, the pillow. Not the pillow. Oops, I meant my pillow. For more conspiracy theories about fraud and martial law. State capitals across the nation are gearing up for a possible show of armed force from Trump supporters this weekend. Let's keep in mind, it's Trump supporters. This is not people on the Democratic side being upset. This is Trump supporters, and they admit that's what they are. State capitals across the nation are getting ready for a possible show of armed force. I don't so much I think that's a distraction. Look over here because we're going to attack DC. And has anybody else, other than a few reporters, thought about what about drones? That's going to be hard to fight. State capital, oh, okay. Um, and this weekend, and they've already caught one that was trying to get into the area. And I don't know, that's plain stupid in itself. I mean, he had ammunition, 500 rounds for his pistol, and he probably had a shotgun and some shotgun shells. How do you think he's going to get his pickup truck in there and hide out with 25,000 troops? Stupid. From the last word question, is there a secret pardon? And I'll get to that in just a minute. Yesterday, Pelosi announced that the retired general, I think his name is Honorary, will head up the investigation into the insurrection on January 6, 2021. Former FBI agent brought up a question. I believe everybody's seen him. I think his name is Josh Campbell. The president was not moved to the bunker by the Secret Service. Instead, he was allowed to watch on TV. Did he know that he wasn't the target of the insurrection? In any case, that was a failure of the Secret Service. As said before, Alex Azar resigned yesterday, but will stay till the inauguration. The Human Health and Services Secretary promised that there was a reserve of the vaccines. Yesterday, he admitted there was not. The secret pardon is scary and shows how much power that a sitting president has. He can pardon anyone that walked into the Capitol. He can also have it in secret, and all he needs is a witness. It doesn't even have to be written down, and it can cover, say, with Don Jr., the last 7 years, 10 years, whatever Donnie and Donnie Jr. agree upon. He can do that. He doesn't have to tell anybody. Today, now the prosecutors have struck the line, organized plot to kill members of Congress, saying they've seen no evidence. Guys with zip ties, 2 of them. They've seen no evidence of organization to kill members of Congress. Oh, wait a minute. They were just going to take them prisoner. My God. Republicans in Congress are objecting to the metal detectors at the entrance of the House chambers. And there's already a $1,000 fine for not wearing masks, and $5,000 now for every time they bypass the metal detector. I think the second offense is $10,000. AOC, I saw an interview with her, was not in a secure place during the surge because of fear of Republicans that might harm her. That's something that's got to change. They're going to have to, like Nancy said, they're going to have to investigate every damn one of those damn Republicans, because they were in on giving tours. I believe the one is named Representative Bobbert. Her mother came with her when she was sworn in and got a tour of the Capitol. And no telling else who else has been involved in giving guided tours on the 4th and 5th. Now, if they find out any of them were among the ones in the Capitol on January 6th, they will have to face prosecution, like she said, outside of Congress. You can't do that. That's traitors in our Capitol. Shit. Well, that's about all I got. Grace and I have got to run over to, hello, John. John iFly. Thank you, John. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Stupidity. And I mean, I have got people I went to high school with that think that, remember right before Bill Barr left, he was talking about he has that one prosecutor that's looking into something. Well, now that prosecutor can bring about whatever he's going to bring about, and the AG, Merrick Garland, will be in place, and he's not Joe Biden's pocket attorney. So we'll see how it goes. But again, I think it's something they don't have anything, and it was just something that Barr could do for Donnie before he left. All right. Hi, Brian. Hello, Maria. And John iFly already spoke with. Here's Lisa. And let me go up to the top over here. Okay. Hello, Carol. Hello, Mary. All right. I think I got about everybody that's in the room right now. And there may be some outside the room. I wish I knew why that was. Just wanted to hit on something real quick. Maybe somebody else has a good answer for me on this. This is the HP notebook I'm on tonight. When I started up, it says I have a problem with my Microsoft account. Well, no wonder, because I was trying to regain, I had a Skype account, but I think it was on the 14-inch HP notebook that I used to use. Somehow or another, it won't believe anything. I have changed the password 6 or 8 times. It won't accept it. I'm hoping that maybe I can find another free email address and try to approach it that way and try to get a new account on Skype. But first, what I've got to do is straighten out the account, because that's the first place it goes is Microsoft to get approval. If I don't have a password, I can't. There are certain things that I cannot do on this HP. I cannot call Microsoft. They won't even attempt to connect me. They tell me to go online. I've gone online. I've tried everything I can, and I'm getting nowhere except back to my email and then back again when they say the password has been changed. They give you another code to verify who you are, and it goes right back around and around and around to email. All right, that's about all I got tonight. Last time I looked, we have 207 subscribers. I want you to go down and like and share. Today, I was only able to go out like her. I'm getting to where I prefer like her. Maybe I'll uh, earn some stuff where I can send this show there and eventually send Facebook there. Uh, just looking for another venue to get the word out, brothers and sisters. And I will put out my meme later on, just in general, in public feed. Uh, I wanted to update everybody on. I found out that supposedly Grace and I's stimulus check was mailed on the very dark day of January 6th, 2021. And I'm wondering, did that crowd affect getting mail out of D.C. that day? Because I believe it goes from the Treasury Department to the U.S. Post Office and is mailed out in that manner. In any case, I'm on the 10th day from when it was mailed. Now I won't be able to even possibly get anything until Tuesday, making it the 13th day since it was mailed. I'm going to look later on and see. Uh, I had a video that claim you can track your mail when it's that stimulus check. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do, is find out more about it, find out where it's held up at. Uh, I have seen stuff. This state right here in Kirksville, Missouri, where we live, they send our mail out from here to Columbia, Missouri, 85 miles away, and then wherever it's going in the United States. Same thing coming in. It goes to Columbia first and then comes here. I've seen things be held up, or it takes, get this, 7 days from 85 miles away to make it to Kirksville, Missouri. Whew. That is strange in itself. I want you to go down, like, and share. And if you're new here, subscribe. Uh, I'm hanging in here like the rest of the voices for the Blue Dot family, and we'll stay on top of things. We've got a rough weekend coming up. Buckle up. The first part of next week's going to be rough. Buckle up. It's a shame that Martin Luther King uh, birthday celebration will end up being Monday. That is horrible that it has to come in the middle of a possible another insurrection in the nation's capital. Holy shit. Disgusting, but uh, we'll have him out there, even if he wants to leave like dear leader, going on a state visit somewhere else, Florida. And he's going to find out down there that county does not want him occupying Mar-a-Lago on a residential basis. He can't live there. Of course, he thinks he's above all that law. All right. Have a good one. And I'll leave you with there's hello, David Miller. All right. Thank you, David. I appreciate the subscription. I will leave you at this time with peace, resist, persist, and I insist for myself. I'm waiting to, I'm going to start Monday morning calling my Senator Josh Hawley out, and I'm going to call Roy Blunt about he touched the hot stove. I don't think he'll do it again. Both of them, or particularly Josh Hawley, he needs to resign. He disgraced the state of Missouri, protesting about Pennsylvania. No, what he was doing, he wrote a book that he can't find a publisher for right now. And he also wants to run for president in 2024. He evidently does not realize that if Trump is not impeached and he can't run anymore, Josh Hawley, you're not going to get anywhere trying to run against Trump. He will squash you, throw you under the bus. Can't believe these dumbasses. And talk about traitorous. Ah, all right. I'll let you go. Have a good evening. I'll be back in the comments, I will be sharing this a lot myself, and I will be doing that later on. We'll go run about 3 blocks over to Hy-Vee and be back later. Have a good one. Try to relax. I'll have some music out there tomorrow. I'm trying to decide on an LP to put out there an album or LP to put out there tomorrow. Have a good one. Share this shit. See you later.